Hello friends, how are you all? In the last video I had sent about armed revolutionary movement, that is we discussed about Vasudev Balwant Phadke and Chapekar brothers, and also we discussed about Abhinav Bharat. We cannot forget the most talented revolutionary Swatantravir Savarkar, V.D. Savarkar, how he spent 10 rigorous years in the jail, what all he wrote, his literature, Maji Janam tape, he wrote down his experience of terrible days in Andaman. Later, the government took him to Ratnagiri and detained there. Savarkar started many social movements such as removal of caste difference, removal of untouchability, common dining, purification of language, etc. He was a great writer. He was the president of Marathi Sahitya Sammelan at Mumbai in 1938. Till then, I had sent in the last video. Now, the government came to know about the activities of Abhinav Bharat because these English people were very cunning, na? They came to know about the activity of Abhinav Bharat, and therefore the government arrested Babu Rao Savarkar. He was sentenced to life imprisonment. As a revenge to this punishment, a youth named Anant Lakshman Kanhare killed Jackson, the collector of Nashik. As a result, means when Abhinav Bharat, when they came to know the activities of Abhinav Bharat, they arrested Baburao Savarkar. He was sentenced to life imprisonment. As a revenge, manje badla. As a revenge to this punishment, a youth named Anant Lakshman Kanhare killed Jackson, the collector of Nasik. The government started arresting all those people who were connected with Abhinav Bharat organization. The murder of Jackson was linked with Swatantravir Savarkar by the government. He was arrested and put to trial. The court ordered him rigorous punishment for 50 years. 50 years, 20 years, they felt nothing to give such punishments. There was the question of life of these people, and they had no, but they were so cunning that without even proper trial, they used to give the punishment. So, revolutionary movement in Bengal. After the partition of Bengal, you had come across the partition of Bengal, how they divided Bengal on the basis of caste, and they divided Hindu Muslims in the east and west, like that. You have learnt in the last lesson. So, after the partition of Bengal, the outrage against British became more severe. In place of local rebellions, comprehensive revolutionary movement started rising at national level. All were fed up with British rule. So, in place of local rebellions, comprehensive revolutionary movement started rising at national level. In various parts of the country, the youths inspired by revolutionary thoughts started establishing their secret organizations. To keep control over British officers, to loosen the government machinery, to wipe out the fear in the minds of Indians regarding the British government, overthrowing the British rule were some of its main objectives. In various parts of the country, the youths inspired revolutionary thoughts started establishing their secret organizations. Excuse me. So, what were their objectives? Please underline this: to keep control over the British officer, to loosen the government machinery, to wipe out the fear in the minds of Indians regarding the British, because Indians were literally afraid of British, means they were giving such a rigorous punishment, but most of the leaders they faced, no doubt, but even then common man was very afraid of Britishers. So they have to wipe out the fear, म्हणजे डर को निकाल देना, डर को नाबूद करना. Regarding the British government, overthrowing the British rule were some of its main objectives. Revolutionaries के objectives यही थे कि ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट का डर जो है वो दिमाग में से निकालना, ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट को हराना है, अपनी गवर्नमेंट एस्टेब्लिश करना. In Bengal, a revolutionary organization called Anushilan Samiti was active. Please underline this. Anushilan Samiti was active in Bengal. Anushilan Samiti had more than 500 branches. Wow, very good, no? Barindra Kumar Ghosh, brother of Arvind Ghosh, was the chief of this organization. This organization received counsel and guidance from Arvind Ghosh. Anushilan Samiti had a bomb manufacture center at Maniktala near Kolkata. In 1908, Khudiram Bose and Prafulla Chakki, members of Anushilan Samiti, planned to kill a judge named Kingsford. But the vehicle on which they threw the bomb was not the one carrying the Kingsford. 2 English women were killed in this attack. Means they had planned for that judge, but by mistake the judge was not in the vehicle in which they threw the bomb. So 2 English women were killed in this attack. Prafulla Chakki shot himself with a bullet so that he will not be fall in the hands of British. Khudiram Bose was caught by the police. During the investigation, the police got information about the working of Anushilan Samiti. So they started arresting the members of this organization. Arbindo Ghosh was also arrested, but the government was unsuccessful in linking him to the manufacturing of bombs, and hence court set him free. Other members were sentenced to long term of imprisonment. Ras Bihari Bose and Sachindranath Sanyal spread the network of revolutionary organization outside Bengal. Centers of revolutionary work were set up at Punjab, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh. Ras Bihari Bose and his associate made a daring act of throwing bomb at the Viceroy Lord Hardinge, but he got saved from the attack. The revolutionary work was carried out in Madras province as well. Vanchi Iyer, a revolutionary, killed a British officer named Ash. Later he shot himself with a bullet and sacrificed his own life. See how they were. Even Praful Chakki shot himself with bullet, and this fellow Vanchi Iyer also shot himself. So youngsters were doing a great job. Means sacrificing one's life is not a joke. If anyone tells for parents also, we will not do. But they have done for the country. So we must be very, very grateful for them. And that is a, what to say, precious act done by them. Nobody will do that act. They will think of the good of the country, that is different. But when time comes to sacrifice their life, they will give second thought. But this fellow, they never gave second thought. They thought it better to be killed by themselves than by the Britishers. India House. The revolutionary work in India received assistance from Indian revolutionaries staying abroad. India House in London was an important center which provided for such kind of assistance. Pandit Shamji Krishna Varma, an Indian patriot, please underline this. Pandit Shamji Krishna Varma, an Indian patriot, had established India House. Through these organizations, youths were given scholarship for higher education in England. Swatantra Veer Savarkar received such scholarship. Madame Kame raised the issue of India's independence at the World Socialist Conference held at Stuttgart in Germany. Means Madame Kame was supporting for the independence of India, and she raised the issue of independence of India at the World Socialist Conference held at Stuttgart in Germany. In the same conference, she unfurled the flag of India. Another revolutionary associated with India House was youth named Madan Lal Dhingra. He killed Curzon Wiley, an British officer, due to which Dhingra was hanged to death. See, whenever if the culprits are caught, no, they just were hanging to death. I don't know what was their motto, but they were just hanging them to death. Ghadar movement. During the period of the First World War, the revolutionary work against the British government got a momentum. The revolutionary felt that transfer of power can be brought into India with the help of enemies of Indian soldiers. With the help of enemies of British and in this attempt, help of Indian soldiers can also be taken. Gadar, you might have watched the movie had also come. Gadar पिक्चर भी आया था, तो बहुत अच्छी पिक्चर थी ये गदर. To take advantage of this opportunity, revolutionary organizations were set up. Gadar is one such important organization. Please underline this. To take advantage of this opportunity, revolutionary organizations were set up. Gadar is one such important organization. The Indians living in America and Canada established the Gadar organization. Lala Hardayal, Bhai Parmanand, Dr. Pandurang, Sadashiv, Khanoje, etc. These revolutionaries were the important leaders of the organizations. The word Gadar means revolt. Gadar was the journal of this organization that acted as its mouthpiece. Through this journal, effects of British rule in India were pointed out. It gave information about the daring deeds of the revolutionaries. In this way, love for the nation and armed rebellion was the message given through the journal Gadar to the Indians. Means Gadar is a journal. It acted as a mouthpiece of that organization, and through this journal, effects of British rule in India were pointed out, and it gave information about daring deeds of the revolutionaries. In this way, it spread the message of independence all over the country. The leaders of Gadar organization decided to take an advantage of this war-like situation. They drew out a plan of revolt in Punjab against the British. They persuaded the Indian soldiers in British army to join in their revolt. It was decided that Ras Bihari Bose and Vishnu Ganesh Pingle should lead the revolt. Please underline that. It was decided that Ras Bihari Bose and Vishnu Ganesh Pingle should lead the revolt, but due to trickery, British traced out the plan. Pingle fell into the hands of the police. They were very cunning. Sometimes they used to trace out the plan made by these revolutionaries, and one such incident happened when Pingle fell into the hands of the police. He was hanged to death, but Ras Bihari Bose escaped successfully. He went to Japan and continued his revolutionary work. The revolutionary movement was active in other countries during this period of war. During the Second World War, we are talking about. In Berlin, Virendranath Chattopadhyay, Bhupen Datta, and Hardayal prepared anti-British plan in cooperation with the German Foreign Ministry. Means Germany was supporting them. In 1915, Mahendra Pratap Barkatullah and Ubaidullah Sindhi established provincial government of Free India in in Kabul. Now, all this is about Gadar movement. It's a very, very important topic. So friends, please read after we have completed the video. Please read that. Next, we will be dealing with Kakori conspiracy. The suppressive measures of the government could not put an end to the revolutionary movement. मीन्स कितना भी इनको इन्होंने बहुत तड़ी पार किया, हैंग टू डेथ किया, 50 ईयर्स का रिगोरियस इम्प्रिजनमेंट दिया, पर फिर भी इनके एक्टिविटीज़ को अंत नहीं दे पाई ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट. इनके सामने ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट को घुटने टेकने ही पड़े. आफ्टर द सस्पेंशन ऑफ सिविल डिसोबीडियंस मूवमेंट बाय महात्मा गांधी, मेनी यंगस्टर्स गॉट डायवर्टेड टू रेवोल्यूशनरी वेज. म्हणजे जैसे ही महात्मा गांधी की सिविल डिसोबीडियंस मूवमेंट नहीं बोल दिया महात्मा गांधी ने, जैसे वो पुलिस स्टेशन वगैरह जला दिया था ना, तो महात्मा गांधी ने सिविल डिसोबीडियंस मूवमेंट को कैंसिल कर दिया था. तो जैसे ही कैंसिल हुआ तो बहुत सारे रेवोल्यूशनरीज क्या किए, यंगस्टर्स ने क्या किया, दे गॉट डाइवर्टेड टू रेवोल्यूशनरी वेज. म्हणजे रेवोल्यूशनरी म्हणजे मैंने पहले भी आपको दोस्तों बताया था, दे बिलीव इन फाइटिंग, मार काट में विश्वास रखने वाले लोग हैं ये रेवोल्यूशनरीज. तो बहुत सारे यंगस्टर्स क्या किए, जब सिविल डिसोबीडियंस मूवमेंट का मना कर दिया तो बहुत सारे यंगस्टर्स ने रेवोल्यूशनरी एक्ट पे आ गए थे. चंद्रशेखर आज़ाद, राम प्रसाद बिस्मिल, योगेश चटर्जी, सचिंद्रनाथ सनयाल and such other revolutionaries came together. तो इतने सारे दूसरे revolutionaries भी participate करने लगे. On 9th August 1925, they looted the government treasury that was carried in a train near Kakori railway station in Uttar Pradesh. 9 अगस्त 1925 में इन्होंने गवर्नमेंट ट्रेजरी जो म्हणजे पैसे बोलो आर्म्स बोलो सब कुछ लेके जा रहे थे एक ट्रेन में, तो उस ट्रेन को ही लूट लिया एट काकोरी रेलवे स्टेशन इन उत्तर प्रदेश. दिस इज नोन एज Kakori conspiracy. Please underline this from 9th August. On 9th August 1925, they looted the government treasury that was carried in a train near Kakori railway station in Uttar Pradesh. This is known as Kakori conspiracy. By taking the immediate action, the government arrested the revolutionaries and put them into prison. They were put to trial. Ashfaqullah Khan, Ram Prasad Bismil, Roshan Singh Rajendra Lahiri were hanged, but Chandrasekhar Azad managed to escape. So, till Kakori conspiracy, we have discussed, friends. Now it's your turn to read the text, and we will be discussing rest in the next video. Till then, have a good day and please read.